Okay, let's see. If you are a high achieving perfectionist, my guess is you are pretty good at delayed gratification. And I am here to tell you that I'd kind of like you to stop. I'm Dr. Rebecca. I'm a clinical psychologist, and today I want to talk about the idea that delayed gratification or always choosing the long-term reward is not always the right choice. When I think about this concept, I think we often think of short-term or long-term rewards, but I like to dial that back and actually have the dichotomy between short-term comfort and long-term reward. I think that's actually what we're talking about. We're talking about not this do I make a small leap or a big leap? We're talking about, do I prioritize this present self and her body and her needs and her wants? Or do I think about this future self and this bigger picture? This is a really common concept. I mean, think about it related to money. Do I buy the cute shoes or do I save for a house? Short-term comfort, long-term reward. School, do I eat Doritos on the couch or study for my exams? Short-term comfort, long-term reward. And for most of the time, I feel like our society really wants us and really encourages us, for the most part, our society really encourages us to prioritize the long term, right? We are praised and given accolades and grades and praises for doing these bigger, better things. We feel like tomorrow's self will be really proud of me for doing the dishes now. She'll feel really grateful. So I do work now and I prioritize that future self's comfort. When we think about this, when we think about the idea that we want to encourage this future goal, we're talking about motivation and we're thinking that people need more incentive to prioritize the future. But if you are an anxious perfectionist, if you are a high achiever, this is something you're probably already doing. Every day, you are an expert in delayed gratification. I might even argue that prioritizing future you and prioritizing long-term goals is a main component of high achievement. It's part of the definition. If you are in grad school, if you graduated from grad school, if you took the bar exam, you passed your boards, you built the business, you earned your first million, you got to the C-suite, you sold your company, whatever it is, all of those are these big long-term goals that you have sacrificed short-term comfort to achieve. You got it, babe. You know how to do this. Kudos. You're great at it. But I'm actually here to tell you, as a psychologist who specializes in working with high-achieving women, it's not always the exact right choice. Let's think about this for a minute. If future you is your best friend, what is present you, current you? Current you is basically the future self's lackey, poorly paid hourly employee, assistant, I don't know, right? And the question sort of becomes, when do you get to be future you? When do you get to enjoy the fruits of all of that labor? For many of us, it's like a milestone, right? My real life will start when I get into my PhD program, when I pass the MCAT, when I am finally in clinicals, or I finish my business degree, or maybe, eventually we start getting into this idea of when I retire, ? When I reach a certain level of income, or I get a certain raise, or I get a certain title. When do you get to be future you? And what is life? What is your future if not an amalgamation of all the present days, right? So if you're building this life is being built today. Not to get too intense about it or existential. We're living it. It's right now. Not only that, you're simply going to burn yourself out. Workaholism is real. Let's not go there, friends. So what do we do instead? Specifically for you, my high-achieving friend, I want you to ask future you for a day off. I want you to allow yourself to prioritize the present. I want you to be a bit mindful, be a bit in the moment. And if that's feeling really challenging because you do have so many fabulous goals, what I want is for you to be a little bit more intentional. I want you to be specific and timely in your goals, because when you reach them, I want you to take a beat before making the next one. And I'm talking small. I'm talking like, what are today's goals? And guess what? If you reach today's goals, don't start making tomorrow's goals. Take a break. I also genuinely want to build I genuinely want you to build this into your schedule. I want you to build short-term comfort into your schedule, whether that looks like a nap or movement. If I put exercise on my calendar, I won't do it, but if I put movement, I will. So I psych myself out that way. If it looks like indulgence in a snack or a Netflix show or a really great romance novel, whatever that is, I want you to like actually put it into your day and check it off like a task. I also want you to remember that you, my friend, you and your lovely body and your beautiful brain are the vehicle that is driving all of this achievement and success. So if we need to cheat a little bit and we need to still feel like we're doing short-term comfort for future you, just look at it like maintenance. This is maintenance. And most of all, I want you to think about the relationship between future you and present you, right? Why are we in service of this? Is it anxiety? Future you is not a vicious taskmaster. And if it feels like she is, that's anxiety, friends. Book a session. Future you has most of the same feelings as you. She will enjoy feeling rested. And if you don't rest now, she's not gonna feel rested. She will love the memories that you make if you're doing something fun. She's also really capable. She can handle this work too. She loves a challenge. You love a challenge, so she loves a challenge. Let her deal with this one. You take a break. Give her that gift. You're so sweet. And if you're working on building self-compassion, if short-term comfort is about being self-compassionate, that's a skill to build. Practice that. She will be better at self-care and self-compassion and short-term comfort if you practice it now. So be nice to her. So if you are a high-achieving perfectionist, I want to know, does this resonate with you? Are you really good at choosing short-term comfort? Is this actually something that you're working on? I want to know. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, here's one right here that I think you'll like. Click over here to subscribe. I'll see you later.